What is up, everybody? This is Sean from McAllen Construction, and today we are going to demonstrate how to properly hook up and unhook a Pintle Hitch trailer. So first things first, when backing up to a trailer, you always want to have a spotter. And once the spotter gets you in the proper position, you always engage the parking brake on the truck. So when backing up the truck, you always want to have a spotter, just for the sole reason of lining it up straight. And then come over here, come a little closer. You see here, you want to be in the proper position to hook this up. Because good thing about having a spotter, he'll tell you to stop and he'll either lower it or raise it to be in the correct position. See how I have it here? So once we're in this position, you're going to tell the driver to stop, and then now we're going to start hooking it up. Once we are in the proper position, we're going to take out the lever, make sure this is pushed in, like so. Now we're going to go in a counterclockwise position to lower the hitch into place. All the weight of the trailer is now transferred to the weight of the truck. You are going to pull this out, and now we're in a better position to roll it up a lot quicker, just like so. And now you always pick up the landing gear, you always roll it all the way up, all the way till it can't go anymore. Once it's all the way there, unspin it a turn, and now put it back into place. Now notice our landing gear is not all the way up. We still have to pull this pin here, and it'll slingshot all the way up, like so. Now our landing gear is totally off the ground. We take our block of wood and we throw it in the back of our truck. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to close the pintle hitch. For this hitch, you're going to pull this forward and it's going to slap down. Now it's not totally secure. We got to take our pin, slide it right through the hole here. Push it all the way in and secure our pin like so. Now we're going to put on our safety chains like so. Hook it on, and notice sometimes the safety chains are going to be too long and they're going to be dragging on the floor of the ground. So to do that, we can spin the chain and it'll tighten it up. Tighten it. See how it's getting shorter? That's if the chain's too long and dragging on the ground. We don't want it to drag on the ground. So note, if you're putting on a trailer and it's too short, you just unspin the chain as far as it can go. Put it on so, put on the next one. There we go. And notice we have an X pattern. We want to cross our safety chains like this. So in case anything bad were to happen, say the hitch or whatever, a mess happens, the cross will catch the trailer still. You're going to notice what this cable is. We're going to hook this up first, and let me explain. So in case of another runaway trailer, if this were to unhook, this pin would pull out of this box right here and the brakes of the trailer would lock up. This is very important not to miss. Next up, we got a hook up for our trailer brakes and our lights using a 7-way plug. We got it open. It's a 7-way right here. Open it up. This is always on top. Find it, push it in, close the lid, and now it's secured. Now over here, we have a different trailer. This is an older style. This is a 6-way plug here. So these newer trucks here will take the 7-way. We have an adapter for that for the newer trucks, but some of the older trucks will hook right into the 6-way plug. And if you need the adapter, it'll be on the driver's side compartment door. The trailer is properly secured, but do not forget, do not pull the truck away yet, as we have a wheel truck in the back that we got to take out. So we want to hop in the truck. Make sure we are in tow haul, put in drive, pull forward about a foot, brake, engage the parking brake again. Now we take off the wheel chuck and we put it in the back corner of the truck. Now you might think we're done. We just hooked up the trailer and we're ready to go. But we have to do a proper inspection of the vehicle and the trailer before we can drive on the road. As a McAllen employee, you'll also be given a pre-trip checklist of all the different things that you need to check before you take off onto the road. So we'll also be coming out with another video to follow. But now I'm going to show you how to properly unhook the trailer. Now when pulling up to the shop and backing into the proper spot, you also should need a spotter so you don't back into the trees here, and so to make sure your trailer is straight and in a good proper position. First thing you want to do, remember we always engage the parking brake. And now it's time to wheel chock the trailer. Notice how we're on a decline going down the hill. We always put our wheel chock in the middle tires, right in between, and we'll put it right up against this front tire. And see, I like to leave it a little bit out just to make sure you always see the wheel chock that it's there. It's properly secured with the wheel chock. We're going to take off the trailer. First things first, grab our block of wood. Usually be a 4x4. It'll always be on the truck. Each trailer has its own block. First thing we're going to do is unhook the pin, put it back into its spot, and open up the hitch. So open it up, you pull it back, and lift it right up like so. Before I'm going to lower the landing gear, I like to take off the emergency brake plug and the 7-way plug. But notice, before I take the landing gear, I'm going to keep on the safety chains just in case anything were to happen to the trailer. If it goes down, it's still hooked onto the truck. On the landing gear, so if you come over here, I'm going to pull this pin, pull it out, and you could spin it. And now it's going to hook open. Now this is open like so. I like to put my foot down here and see how it pulls this thing down. And there's different pins where this can lock onto. Different trucks, you're gonna have to put on different pin settings. I like to give it a little bit room, about 4 to 6 inches of play that we could put on the landing gear. So, pull it down, spin the pin up, and it's gonna lock into place. I still think the landing gear here is just a little bit too high, so I'll hold my foot here, spin it, and go down one more notch on the pin. See, about 4 inches so like here. And now since we're on an incline, I like to pull the block a little bit to the top, just in case if this were to go down just a little bit, this block has enough room. This thing has enough room to slide so it doesn't fall off the block. Now the block is centered, the pin is all the way in. Now we could unspin the landing gear. So since the weight of the trailer is still on the truck, we can make sure this pin is out on this side, and we could spin it down pretty quickly, just like this. Once you feel the weight of the trailer onto the block, we're going to push this pin in. Now it's going to be at a lower gear, so now it can lift up the trailer. Now, just another learning point here. So since we're on a decline here, this might pull back just a little bit, and you won't be able to get the trailer off this lip, okay? So we don't want to fight it and put a lot of tension on this landing gear here. So if you get to a point, see, like we're on a decline right here, you could just unhook and disengage the parking brake, and the truck will slide back just a little bit where we can get it off this lip so the trailer won't move. If it doesn't go back a little bit, I would put the truck in reverse, then put it in park, and then it'll slowly just creep back just a little inch or two, and then it'll probably be okay to lift all the way up. Just a little bit, now we're perfect to lift it all the way up. Now we want to lift it up. Now we're 1 inch in between of clearance between the hitch of the truck and the trailer. So once we're in proper position, now we can take off our safety chains. I like to secure the safety chains right here on the trailer, just so they're not dangling on the ground. It could get a little bit more rusty. Did I forget? We got to properly secure our landing gear, pull it out, spin it right back into place, and now our trailer is properly unhooked. Next thing we got to do is, now when we're pulling away our truck, you always pull it away slowly and look back. Make sure we're not pulling anything forward. In case we accidentally missed anything, you always pull out slow. And that concludes our video.